Nehemiah heard the news. Jerusalem, his beloved city, lay in ruins. Its walls, once strong and proud, were broken. The gates, once symbols of safety, were burned. His heart ached. Nehemiah, cupbearer to the king, was a man of action. He prayed for guidance. He felt God's call to rebuild. Nehemiah asked the king for permission to go to Jerusalem. The king, seeing Nehemiah's sadness, granted his request. Nehemiah set out with a heart full of purpose. He carried with him the hopes of his people. He carried the promise of restoration. Nehemiah arrived in Jerusalem and began to organize the work. He rallied the people. They cleared the rubble, laid new foundations, but their efforts were met with opposition. Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem, powerful men with their own agendas, mocked the rebuilding effort. "What are these feeble Jews doing?" they scoffed. They spread rumors, tried to stir up fear, they sent threats, offered Nehemiah a meeting under false pretenses. Their goal was simple: to stop the rebuilding, to break the spirit of Nehemiah and his people. Nehemiah refused to be intimidated. He knew his mission came from God. He responded to the opposition with unwavering faith. "I am carrying out a great project," he declared. "I cannot come down." He wouldn't let distractions derail God's work. Nehemiah's trust was not in his own strength but in God's power. He reminded his people, "The God of heaven himself will succeed us." His confidence was contagious. It fueled the people's determination. It silenced the taunts of their enemies. Nehemiah didn't just talk about faith, he lived it. He prayed, he worked. He prayed for protection from his enemies. He worked with his own hands, inspiring others. He understood that faith without works is dead. When threats escalated, Nehemiah armed the workers. He organized them into shifts. They worked with a trowel in one hand and a sword in the other, prepared to defend themselves, prepared to defend their work. Their vigilance sent a powerful message: we will not be deterred. Despite the opposition, the work continued. Stone by stone, the wall rose. Gate by gate, the city was secured. In a remarkable 52 days, the work was complete. The enemies of Israel were stunned. They had underestimated the power of faith. The impossible had been accomplished. The wall stood as a testament to God's faithfulness. Even Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem had to acknowledge that this work had been done with God's help. Their attempts to thwart God's plan had failed. Nehemiah's story is not just ancient history, it's a timeless message of hope and perseverance. We all face giants in our lives, obstacles that seem insurmountable, challenges that threaten to overwhelm us, but Nehemiah's story reminds us that with God, all things are possible. We may face opposition, we may encounter setbacks, but we must never give up. Section 7. The courage to lead, the humility to serve. Nehemiah was a leader, but he was also a servant. He didn't just direct the work, he worked alongside his people. He shared their burdens. He inspired them with his own dedication. True leadership is not about position or power. It's about serving others. It's about inspiring others to achieve what they never thought possible. It's about leading with courage and humility. Section 8. Building walls, building lives. The wall Nehemiah rebuilt was more than just a physical structure. It was a symbol of hope, a symbol of protection, a symbol of God's faithfulness. We are all called to be wall builders, to rebuild broken lives, to restore shattered dreams, to offer hope to those who have lost their way. Our work may not always be easy, but it is always worthwhile. Section 9. When fear knocks, let faith answer. Fear can paralyze us. It can keep us from pursuing our dreams. It can prevent us from answering God's call. When Sanballat, Tobiah, and Geshem threatened Nehemiah, he chose faith over fear. We have the same choice. We can give in to fear, or we can stand firm in our faith. We can trust that God is with us. We can believe that He will give us the strength to overcome any obstacle. Section 10. Our walls of today, standing strong in faith. The walls we build today may not be made of stone and mortar, but they are no less important. They are the walls of faith, the walls of integrity, the walls of love. These are the walls that will stand the test of time. Nehemiah's story challenges us to live lives of courage, integrity, and unwavering faith. It reminds us that with God, all things are possible. Let us build our walls with strength and determination. Let us face our giants with courage and hope. Let us leave a legacy of faith for generations to come.